Welcome back to another review, and today I want to talk about the G.I.Joe Classified's Vincent Falcone, also known as Lieutenant Falcon. Okay, so we've all seen this guy before, so I'm just gonna review him and go over some quick things here. So, all right, so anyway, here we have Vincent Falcone. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get this guy, but like I said, if I found him in the wild, I would pick him up. And I found him in the wild, which I was actually kind of shocked. I have no idea what's going on with this line. I've said it before in my cover girl video, but I have to say, before I get into demolishing and smashing and all this other stuff, let's get into taking a look at this guy, and then we'll look at his accessories, because I want to talk about him a little bit. So we can all see his face, and yes, he comes with his beret. Let me take this off. So, all right, so here's his head sculpt, and it's not the greatest head sculpt in the world, but I mean, hey, I have to say they did a good job when it came to the body. His arms are nice when it comes to the articulation, and yes, when it comes to the fact of his body, it's good. So, I mean, look, paint sculpt wise, he looks good all the way down to the boots. Okay, now let's just talk about his articulation, then we'll talk about him a little bit. So his head can look up that far, which is actually pretty good. It's better than most Joes that he can look up this far. He can look down that far. Yes, his little ascot is getting in the way, and he can look side to side, and he has head tilt, and yes, his arms can move out, and they're smooth. I have to give them that. It's smooth. Right. So he has his bicep articulation, and then you have his double jointed elbows, pinless. Yes, very, very, very nice. Mine are tight. They are tight, so I just kind of want to gently push to show it off. But you get a nice range on this. Very nice range. Moving down to the torso, you have his articulation with his ab crunch, which is really nice. Yeah, these flare up, but who cares? But at least he can do, get into a nice ab crunch. He can move back this far, and then he has his waist articulation. Moving down to, and yes, you just push that back down when it hikes up like that. Now moving down to the legs. Of course, we all know he has a drop down leg. Now he has his thigh swivel, and then his knees, right? Mine are really tight, real tight. So I don't want, that one's really, really tight. This one here, not too bad. A lot better, smoother. So I gotta heat that up. That's as far as it's gonna move. Then you have his boot rotation. And then you have, as far as ankle articulation, his foot doesn't really move back that far because of the boot's hindering it back here. His boot is hindering it right here, so it doesn't pivot back far, and it doesn't really pivot forward because the front of the boot is hitting right there as well. Ankle rocker, it's great. Okay, so before we get into taking a look at Falcon's accessories, I want to talk about this. There's a few things. One, once again, he's not gummy like some of the other figures, like Outback or some of the Vipers that I have, so that's a good thing. But I gotta give it to Hasbro on this guy here, because the articulation is great. Oh yes, and his wrist swivel. I almost forgot. He has his wrist swivel, and yes, this goes up and down. So he's not a sword wielding character, but his fist goes, his hand moves, his wrist move up and down because he does have that tactical shotgun. So I understand why they did that. But what I don't get on all this is, why are we sacrificing? Let's see something. I'm kind of getting a little blurry here. Why are we sacrificing the ankle articulation on the boots? Because now that's going to hinder if we want to get him into any deep poses, right? So that's going to hinder that. And then we have his face. So we sacrifice a few things in articulation. And as far as face sculpt, I got him in hand. He doesn't look as awful as, he looks bad, but he doesn't look as awful as I thought he was going to. But I still have to say, why? Like, what's going on? How come? I don't know. I think maybe they tried to do between Don Johnson and the actual cartoon, tried to make him look more realistic. So they kind of tried to mix the two together. Or they just used Robin Williams' face from Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know which, but yeah, he definitely has that resemblance there when it comes to the head sculpt. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. CoverGirl looks like Joan Crawford, and now this guy, but whatever. It is what it is. I picked him up. But anyway, I have no idea what's going on with my camera. It's blurring out like that. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on with this. This is kind of wonky. It's not really horrible, but it's just bad enough. He's the odd looking, when it comes to looking like a character, he is the oddest looking one out of the bunch, of course. But anyway, whatever. And they brought this back. This was gone for the longest time, and now they brought this back here. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's there. I don't get it, because I know Hasbro owns the product. You figure that they could have at least, since they own it, got the character to look like he did in the cartoon. That's not much to ask for, to be honest with you. Since you own it and you're able to do what you want with it, yeah. Everybody says, oh, well, look, Hasbro's not in charge of the way the quality control comes out. But let me tell you something. Yes, they are, because they're the ones that finalize this product. So somebody brought it to them looking like this, and they said, yeah, no, that's fine. And they finalized it. Yeah, we all know that things have to go through a finalization with the company before the product actually gets made. They bring the sculpt, they bring the character, they show it off, or they make one and they bring it in and they show it to the board, and the board says, okay, well, I guess everybody signed off on it. Yeah, I hope the next wave is better. I'm not going to sit here and CoverGirl was enough with the arms falling off. This is a bad head sculpt, which we've already known about. All right, moving on, let's look at this. So, of course, you have his beret. Very nice green. And then you have his backpack. The only thing that, and they tied it down. So it's bent, but they just tied the thing down here, the antenna. So it doesn't have that bend the way it was in the cartoon, but that's only because the antenna is tied down. So that's cool. You have his machete, or whatever type of knife. If you ask me, it's more of a machete because of the way it goes into this sheath. And then you have the backpack with 2 cantinas and a rope and some pouches. Very nice. Just all casted in green. Not all of it, because the rope and the canteens are painted, which they never do. So I got to give them that. And then let's talk about the tactical shotgun. It's nice. I don't know why there is a bolt here when you chamber it by pushing this back. Don't know why, but anyway, you have some shotgun shells back here on the actual butt of the gun. And this is cool because it's 2 ways. You can hold it like this with just pistol grip without that, and then if you need the extra support, you drop this bad boy down and there you go. It's a nice tactical shotgun. I like the way they did the green for the shells. They painted it brown. Very nice, but just that pin right there doesn't make any sense to me, and I said that even on CoverGirls. So yeah, anyway guys, I don't know what's going on with this company and why they're doing the things they're doing. And I just wanted to review Falcon. Everybody's reviewed Falcon, but I wanted to give my opinion on him. Does the articulation on this guy suck? No. Out of a 10, I give it a 6 because of the ankles and stuff like that. As far as head sculpt, dude, what are we doing here? Come on. You guys think we're a bunch of dummies, but we're not. I have no idea. But I do want to say one thing. I was shocked to hear that they send some goons to some dude's house. And I know this is off topic, so I apologize. And this will be quick. What's going on, dude? They're trading cards. Really? Grow up. Grow up. They released in like 3 days. And this guy ended up purchasing it, and you send a bunch of goons to somebody's house. Is that what's going to happen to us too? You're going to send goons to our homes because we're giving you reviews on crappy merchandise that you're giving us with crappy head sculpts or crappy articulation, or the arms are falling off, or, you know, you're taking our money. You have no problem with that. But yet, because something got out of your people's hands, now all of a sudden it's our fault. And you're going to send people to threaten people's families. Yeah, you're going to do that to the wrong person. I don't care, Pinkertons or not, whoever these people are, I don't care. You're going to do that to the wrong person, and the wrong person is going to send you back something in the box. That's all I'm saying. Just, this is ridiculous. We're talking about toys and trading cards. Yeah, anyway, people are stupid. There's bigger things going on in this world, and that's what you're worried about. Anyway, look, guys, sorry for the ramble. I just don't understand. You know, you're giving us, you have no problem taking our money. You give us this kind of stuff, and I'm not hating on Hasbro. I will call it out. And as you can see, this figure here, I said exactly what I said. The face is not that great. We all know this already. We all know that it's just horribly done. Nobody understands why. And people just don't really care anymore. They're going to pick and choose. And Valaverse is making great stuff. And Valaverse is going to just blow them out of the water. Eventually just, you know, start taking over. And people will start buying their figures from Valaverse. Look, if I can find a better head, I'll find a better head and change this one out. And that's it. And that's it. And I have my Lieutenant Falcon my way. I don't have to worry about, you know, oh, he's so ugly. He's so ugly. Well, he may be ugly, but for now, this is the way he's going to look until I find a better head sculpt, maybe on Etsy, or maybe I'll buy a Valaverse figure that comes close to looking like it and pop a new head on. What I think, in my opinion, what Hasbro should do, Hasbro should reimburse us, or at least, you know, send us another head for everybody who's bought this figure, you know, and send out another head for the guy. But anyway, look, I'm pretty good on this figure here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for the rant. Just had to get a couple things off my chest because I think that what's going on with this company is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm hoping that the next wave is better. Like the QC issues are taken care of. The face sculpts are done great, you know, and like I said, I want to see this line thrive, but not, you know, you guys are looking at us like we're fools or something, and we're not. You know, wake up, Hasbro. Just wake up. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. As always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.